Okay. See, first speed. Oh shit. Okay, go ahead and stick this in your ear.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, Thunderhill Grill is open, so if you're hungry or thirsty, like to head on down there and get yourself something to eat or drink, please do so. Let Jim and crew down there take care of you. We got Kevin here today from MCE Racing over garage 15 and 16. You got a Dyno Jet machine over there, so like take the car over there, find out what kind of horsepower it has, what it's capable of doing, go over there and see Kevin. He's running a special 3 runs for $60.
Whoa.
That's a sweet deal. 3 runs for $60. He's also got a full machine shop.
How we doing?
Well, anything you want, fix anything you need. And they also repairs driver's suits.
We'll get my horsepower check.
Thunderhill Pro Shop is open. Go on down there and check out what we have for the 2011 season. We have all kinds of stuff down there. Some brand new stuff. So while you're down there, wish Colleen a happy 53rd birthday. She'll help you out.
Okay, so we'll work on line again.
Also, if you haven't
saw what I was doing in
8
on the berm.
Pretty much every berm, you are on it.
Yeah. Well, that's because I like driving the berms. It flattens the corner more. Can't hit them too hard, but. And I was really cautious on 15 because the back tires are still feeling
stronger winds this afternoon.
Yeah, it didn't feel really cautious. The way you took 14 did not feel really cautious. Really
well, 14, but 15 coming through 15, and I was pretty
light.
I was pretty cautious because I was feeling the back end. The tires are like pretty close to worn out, and they haven't been used, so they needed to be heat cycled once and scuffed in. And so toward the end, it was doing better. That's why I was able to kind of catch up back with the red car. And but early on, you could probably feel it.
Yeah, I could feel it. Yeah.
It was wanting to pop.
And I could see you fix it too, like you would be really steady, but then I would feel, and then you would kind of, I don't know what was going on.
If the back end slid, then I was just kind of moving the front,
but just like a tiny amount, yeah. But I've never felt like that in my car. I've never really felt, and I guess I can't pay attention as much when I'm driving because I'm so focused on other things.
Yeah.
But I've never felt the back end do something like that.
Well, the thing is that there's two things. One is the tires are old, and that's why they're at least the beginning a little slippery. The other thing is this car is, number one, it's well balanced because of the mid-engine. Okay. The second thing is it's got traction control on it, which will kind of automatically compensate for some of that. Where mine has nothing. It's strictly, bare ass car.
Yeah, that's full driver.
So you have to. The problem with traction control ultimately though is it'll slow you down. It'll, because what happens is it puts the brakes on in places where you don't really want it. But you have to, you have to get pretty good, pretty consistent experience before you're going to beat that system.
Yeah.
But they're great for, keeping people out of trouble.
And those GT3 RSs, man, those cars are fast.
Yeah, well, they're quick. They're pretty quick. Yeah, and I don't know, the red car, if it's got sticky tires, I'm going to go check it later. Those things handle pretty well, too. They're set up pretty nice. It's hard to... The blue car, I don't know if he's got stickies either, but their suspension is good. The tires are like where I'm running 290. In fact, the back tires on mine right now are 285s. So they're size small. And the blue car was probably running 305s or 315s. And he's got about 3 tire sizes on me on the back. So even the street tires he's going to do pretty well. And then the extra horsepower makes a huge difference. Like I say, I wasn't losing this too badly, and if I'd have had
Attention to the paddock.
Tires
Andrew
on
Forrest,
now,
your
whatever.
student is looking for you. Andrew Forrest, your student is looking for you.
I'd be less cautious on some of the. I was pretty cautious on one. I was being really careful on 8.
On one, really?
Yeah.
Man, I felt like you were going there really fast too.
Well, it's fast, but it's not. The other thing, of course, when I have a passenger, I don't like to push 100% either. So I was trying to balance. The thing is, if I go too quick with a student, then the problem is you're concentrating on staying alive instead of looking at what I'm doing, right? So I like to keep it to a level where hopefully you can focus on what's going on. I took a friend out on Laguna Seca. I had him as a student. He flew with me. I think I'm feeling probably a little quicker than I should have with him.
Scared?
When I asked him what he was writing, I said, cool, how you doing? Well, doing fine, yeah. I'd say let's don't try picking up the speed any.
Yeah, I just try my main thing is gonna be hitting the berm.
Hitting the berms and being as consistent as you can in the corner with the gas is steady and the wheel is steady as you can. Those are really important things. And there are things you can do at home, which is kind of neat. Do you heel and toe when you? Oh, you don't shift. I got to on that. Yeah.
far, I guess, coming out so far on the right on 5A,
Right.
and then also on 9, feeling like I'm off the track. I literally feel like I'm off the track every time.
Yeah. Oh, on 9?
Oh, 9, yeah. You know that right after the crest and
Yeah.
you come, yeah, it's 9. Like the top of 9, I feel now that I am off the track, and I guess I still have plenty of room. But I saw what you
you're
did,
getting
right?
close now. You're down to within this where
Yeah.
you want to be.
It's like scary. Every time I take it, it's kind of
But
scary.
it won't matter. If
I
you
know,
go off there.
but still.
I know.
Yeah.
Maybe the first time it happens and you're okay, it'll feel better. But
Well, both my tires were off the track on, what was that, 9 and 10? That one, like,
well, when you went around 9 and you took 9 up the hill, the one time you went there
Yeah.
early, you got off to the right, and I'm not sure if your back tire got in the dirt, and I don't think so.
you
but
don't
we
think so?
got real
Oh,
close.
it felt like I was off the track. It felt like both my tires were off the track.
No, I don't think the front
Yeah,
one got
yeah,
off,
okay.
but the back one they had.
Yeah, that was the closest call I've ever had.
But the thing is that when you're like you say, if you get off at the top of 9,
Right?
just keep the wheel straight.
Just
Don't
keep
try
it
to
straight.
jerk
Yeah,
it
yeah.
back.
Yeah, I know. I tried very hard not to do it this time and just say against my instincts, just hold it and it'll be fine.
Hold it, you'll be
Yeah.
fine.
In fact, you can even hold it straight and then you make it like a really tiny arc,
Yeah.
and then you align yourself so for 10. Which is sort of what I think my friend was doing in his GTR bike. He was just going really, really fast, and so it really felt like he was striking out.
Yeah.
But I think it felt the same with you. So I sort of get. I'm probably just not going fast enough to need that track.
Yeah.
But that's sort of the idea, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
And-
I think that was great. It felt, except for that one time, I felt like I was going a little bit faster,
Yeah.
not necessarily on the straights or whatever, but
Well,
just
more
along.
consistent too.
Yeah, even coming out of the last, what is it, 13, that SS section. I think I was going a little aggressive at the end, but I felt like there was a while where I was like, oh, I kind of get it now. It felt just jerky or something. I don't know how to describe it, but yeah, that was good.
Now we're going around 14, 15. You're beginning to get that sorted out pretty well. You come
Yeah.
around.
I'm unsure how soon, when to start the turn for 15. Like I see the apex, but because it's such a sort of like
Yeah.
wide space, like I can't tell. Sort of like, oh, I should start turning now. When you were going through that, I think you were going so much faster than I was going that I couldn't pick up on it. Like you would do 14, you would go, and then you would go. Like there was just not enough time.
Okay, well, what I do on 14, I come around 14, and then I just unwind a tad in the middle, and do a quick shift into third gear, and then bring the wheel back. And you're in the right place.
It's just like a split second. Okay.
Yeah. And try to stay off the
Because
berm
what
so you don't unsettle the car.
I mean, just barely touch it, right? Like
Just barely touch it. Yeah.
What I do is I shift down to third before 14. So when I'm slowing down, I'm on third, and then I do that whole thing in third, and
Yeah.
so I don't have to worry about it.
You have to worry about it.
And then I noticed also coming out of 2, I think I should be on third gear, because you keep saying right after once you hit sort of the apex that fell, like that cone fell. I don't know, you noticed, right? Like
Right.
it fell and there's like a little bit of gravel on the road, and you say go, and I give it gas, but I think because I'm on fourth gear, like I don't have enough power to.
Oh, in 2
to
you
go.
mean?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, I always do 2 and through third.
I think I should be in third, but I mean, I'm just gonna go fast for a little bit, and then you have to go back. I go that whole S section. I do it in third as well. So I basically come out of 2. There's that little straightaway break, shift down to third, and then I sort of do the S.
Yeah, if you go into 2 and you get into third.
Yeah.
What I'm doing in 2, the reason it looks quick, and also in 3, is that and you could probably feel the car, but I think since I didn't have the mic on, I couldn't explain it. But what I'm doing is coming into 2 too fast, and as I come around the corner,
Yeah.
I'm scuffing speed off for the first half.
Right.
It's one of the few places where you do that, where you actually let off the gas enough to where the car is scuffing its own
Okay.
self. And so as you're coming around, the car it means you don't have to brake quite as much, so you enter the corner faster, and then as you go through the first half, you're slowing down.
Right.
Okay, and so you're thinking I'm thinking all the way through that I'm slowing down, not putting power. Then, as soon as I get, I got to
The right
apex,
line, you get
and then whack right back on the power again.
It's interesting because you were telling me you would say brake and you would say off the brakes, and what I was doing before is I was sort of trail braking, so I would brake
Right.
sort of low to kind of judge my speed, and then sort of trail brake, tail line,
Yeah.
basically what's on the right line, and then I would give it gas. But I could see that because there was one turn, I don't know if you noticed at least, that I felt like I was carrying more speed, and I
Yeah.
could hear the tires squealing a little bit, and I was like, oh, is it gonna hold? Is it gonna hold? But it held fine, right?
Well, and the other thing, I did the same thing on turn 3 on the off-camber turn.
Mhm,
I
yeah.
come in the middle.
Yeah.
Okay, I come in too fast. And what I'm concentrating on trying to do is control the car so that I can scuff speed off in the first half.
Right.
And that's another case. It's not like you're letting off the gas completely, but you don't have very much on it,
Right.
and it's basically slowing down.
Yeah.
So the idea is to go in quicker. You come around to the first half of that corner, you got really good speed and no power. Okay,
Right.
and then the car, you're gonna get it rotated so you can see the corner starts getting flat, and then the power comes back on again. And then from there, it stays on all the way through up to 5.
Yeah, all the way through. And then on 5.